Let me say that again. You are not a beginner because I don't think you've heard it enough. You have done more research, tried more approaches, and shown up more consistently than most people ever will. The problem was never your effort. The problem was the foundation. You were building on ground that couldn't hold the weight of what you're trying to create. Today, I'm going to show you what the right foundation looks like. 4 pillars. This is what your body has been asking for all along. The first pillar is blood sugar anchoring, not calorie counting, not macro tracking, anchoring. When you eat the right combination of protein, healthy fat, and fiber at the right time, in the right sequence, you send your cortisol insulin system a specific signal. You're fed, you're safe, you do not need to hoard resources. That signal is the anchor. And when it's in place in the morning, it changes the entire hormonal conversation for the rest of the day. This is why the blood sugar anchor breakfast, which I'll give you in a moment, is not a meal plan, it's a morning signal. One that your body has been waiting for every single day. The second pillar is nervous system safety. This is the one that no other program addresses, and it's that one that determines whether everything else works. EFT, Emotional Freedom Technique, is a tool that works directly on the amygdala, the brain's threat response center. Clinical studies show that a single EFT session can reduce cortisol by up to 43%. Not because it's spiritual, because it's neurological. It sends a signal directly to the part of the brain that controls the cortisol response. In episode 5, I'm going to guide you through a 3-minute EFT session right inside the studio. I'll take you more about why then. For now, just know that emotional eating is not a character flaw. It's a nervous system response. And there's a tool that works at the same neurological level as a problem. The third pillar is metabolic movement, not punishment, not performance. Movement that lowers cortisol and supports insulin sensitivity. Daily walks, especially after meals, lower blood sugar and regulate the cortisol curve. Strength training builds lean muscle and improves insulin sensitivity without the cortisol spike of intense cardio. Yoga and mobility activate the parasympathetic nervous system. You move less intensely and get more metabolic results. This is not a paradox. This is the biology working the way it was always supposed to. The fourth pillar is a root cause in nutrition. Not low calorie, not low fat, not elimination. What does the body actually need to make hormones, reduce inflammation, and communicate clearly? Adequate protein to support thyroid function and muscle repair. Anti-inflammatory fats to build hormones and reduce gut inflammation. Minerals like magnesium, zinc, and chromium that the blood sugar and insulin system literally cannot function without. Fiber to regulate blood glucose and support the gut microbiome that helps metabolize estrogen. This is not a meal plan. It's a biological conversation. One of my clients, Rana, came to me and she was not able to get out of bed. Her kids were doing the cleaning and cooking. She had heart palpitations. Water retention was so bad she could not barely move. She was bedridden and terrified that this is going to be the rest of her life. I didn't put her on a strict protocol. We worked on all 4 pillars. Her nervous system safety first, blood sugar anchoring, cortisol lowering movement, and root cause nutrition. Months later, she sent me a voice note. She was at a tennis court teaching her daughter how to play. I want you to hear that. Not running, not lifting weights, teaching her daughter tennis. This was not a health result. This was her life back. I want to give you a second micro tool, the blood sugar anchor breakfast. Here's what it includes. Proteins, at least 20 to 25 grams, first thing. This could be eggs, Greek yogurt, a quality protein shake. The healthy fat could be avocado, olive oil, nuts. The fiber vegetables could be berries, seeds. And before you eat, 1 minute, just breathe. Tell your nervous system it's safe to receive food. And trust me, this minute changes what happens to the meal in your body. Try it tomorrow, just tomorrow. Notice how you're going to feel at 3 p.m. Notice how 3 p.m. is going to feel different. This shift in one breakfast is the whole thing in miniature. Thank you showed up for yourself today. That matters more than you know. Carry this. You don't need to work harder. You need a different foundation. And you have it now. Episode 5 is the last one. The most important one. I'm going to give you something inside the audio you've probably never tried before. So don't skip it. And before you go, I want to leave you with something you can put on your fridge tonight. The blood sugar anchor breakfast builder. 3 columns. Protein first, healthy fat, fiber. Plus the 1 minute nervous system primer you do before you eat. Try it tomorrow, just tomorrow, and notice how your 3 p.m. feels different. That shift in one breakfast is the whole thing in miniature. Link in the show notes, and it's free.